Hi there. Right now on Tellico Lake, there are two completely different housing markets happening on the same streets, sometimes on the same street. In the last 90 days, 157 homes have sold across Tellico Village and Rarity Bay. The typical one sold for 99% of asking, and almost a third of them were gone in under 2 weeks. But at the exact same time, nearly half the homes sitting on the market right now have had to cut their price. So it's the same lake, same summer. So which market is your home in? I'm Chris Bowman. I live and work here on Tellico Lake with Lake Homes Realty and the Karen Packet team. And this month, I didn't just pull the numbers for our monthly update. I ran every single active listing through an analysis of its price, condition, its photos. We use actually a proprietary AI system that has what we call machine vision. So it's able to look at each and every photo and it will tell us, is it an upgraded kitchen? Is it not an upgraded kitchen? Is it an upgraded bathroom? What's the condition of the home? And it gives us a really deep analysis of that. So we're able to do it across the entire listing set. So it also tells us whether it's staged or empty or virtually staged or what have you. So some of what I found surprised me. So let's get into it. Here's the July snapshot. 149 homes are for sale. There's 70 more currently under contract. 157 have closed in the last 90 days. So we're closing better than one a day in the market right now. The median sale price, kind of the average, $668, and sellers getting 99% of asking. There's 2.8 months of supply on paper, and that's a seller's market. So that's very low. 6 months would be a balanced market. But let's watch what happens when we split this data open. So 1 in 3 of everything that went under contract and sold did it in 14 days or less. And here's the part that matters. They did it at 100% of their original asking price. So not the reduced price, the first number. So meanwhile, 1 in 2 of the listings sitting on the market today has already cut its price. And the typical home in that, what we'll call the slow lane, has been waiting for 4 months. So what does getting that first number wrong actually cost? The data is brutal on this. The homes that priced right on day one, 0 cuts, full price, done. The homes that priced high and corrected later, they eventually sold on average 7% below their original ask, and some are much worse. And it took them 5 extra months to get there. So on a $700,000 home, that's a $50,000 mistake, plus half a season of your life. So why do homes get stuck here? 4 patterns came out of our analysis this month. And it's not just this month, but that's the data we're going over. So 1, the obvious is price. We just covered it. It's the biggest lever by far. The second one, and this surprised me a bit, it's not old homes that struggle. It's specifically homes built in the 2000s. So 2000 to 2009, priced like the newer product. So priced like new construction. So people thinking they're going to get more for their home, and when they're not. So homes from the 90s are actually moving fine because the market's really already honest about them. They know they're built in the 90s, and a lot of them have had to be upgraded. Number 3, layout. Single level floor plans are 47% of what's going under contract, but only 32% of what's stuck. So the market here has a clear favorite floor plan. And that makes sense because a lot of times Tellico Village, Rarity Bay skew a bit older, and a lot of times, and even whether they did or not, a lot of people like everything on one floor, and especially master on the main. Number 4, empty rooms. 38% of stuck listings are sitting vacant. So more on that in a second because the staging data gets even more interesting. So let's go deeper on those 2000 built homes we talked about earlier, because if you own one, this is your playbook. Visibly updated homes from that era are going under contract at twice the rate of ones that aren't. That's not too surprising, and the kitchen is the update buyers actually register. So now, if you don't want to renovate, that's fine, but then you have to price the gap. Same condition, an older home trades about $20 to $30 per square foot below the newer competition or more. So on a 2200 square foot house, that's roughly $50,000 to $65,000. And here's my favorite finding in this whole data set. The slow selling older homes use the word updated in their description almost twice as often as the fast sellers. and they still ended up closing about $40 per square foot lower, because buyers here can tell the difference between an updated house and an updated price. So if it's not updated, don't bother saying it. And I think the interesting part is people that aren't updated are trying to use the word more. I don't know if they're trying to make buyers think they're updated, but buyers can tell. So now the empty house problem. I looked at every listing's photos and classified how it shows: vacant, lived in, or professionally staged. Staged homes are going under contract at a 59% rate. Lived in homes, 51. Vacant homes, 34. Everything else equal. So a staged home is moving almost twice the rate of an empty one. And here's the kicker. I checked whether great photography rescues a vacant house. It does not. Vacant homes with the very best photos actually move the slowest of all. You cannot photograph your way out of an empty house. Buyers need to feel the rooms, not just see them. They have to envision their life inside this house. And a lot of people are not visual people. They have trouble seeing what it looks like when it's professionally staged. An honest note on virtual staging: almost nobody in this market is using it. I've seen a few, but very few. So there's not a big enough data set to say if virtual staging moves the needle yet. But what I can tell you from 20 years of experience is physical staging moves the needle. It gets it done. Again, there could be a huge objection or something else, but everything else equal, physical staging is a big piece. So one more pattern: price range. So under $750,000, this market is healthy. Better than half of listings are moving. But $750,000 up, that's really the soft spot. So it only has a 38% move rate in the longest sitting times in the whole market. So if you're buying in that band right now, you have more leverage than ever in this market. Let's take a jaunt down to Rarity Bay. So quick spotlight behind the gates there. The homes that sold went fast in Rarity Bay, in median at 12 days at 98.7% of asking. So, but there's only been 12 sales in 90 days, and half the current listings have cut. So the same two-speed story, kind of fast lane, slow lane. So if you're priced wrong in Rarity Bay, you're really going to sit. And it's very obvious. Okay, so sellers, if you're selling in this market, 3 things. First, your 14 days decide which lane you're in. Either the fast lane or the slow lane. Your first 2 weeks, your showings are going to tell you, and hopefully your offer or not is going to tell you. Second, if it's a 2000s build, update the kitchen or price the age gap. But don't leave both undone. Otherwise, you will pay. So, and you have to think about holding costs too. So, we'll just leave that there. Third, if the house is vacant, stage it. That one change is associated with nearly doubling your odds of going under contract. So staging is not insanely expensive. Yes, it can be thousands depending on how much you have to rent, but is 3,000 or 4,000 worth 50 or 60,000? All day long, all day. Let's talk to the buyers here. If you're buying the well-priced home you love, assume you have days or now. I toured a listing up on Coyote Shores. It was on the lake. Fantastic deal. Went on day 1. So you've got hours sometimes, not days, not weeks. And assume it's going to go at asking. Your negotiating power really lives in 2 places: the 750 to $1 million band, or $1 million and above, and any home that's already cut twice. Those sellers are going to listen a lot harder. So let's put all the pieces together. The right lane comes down to your price, your home's era, its condition, its floor plan, and how it shows. That's 5 dials for you, and they only work when you set them together. So that's literally what I do. If you want to know which lane your home is in, I built a free home value report from real MLS data. So link below, takes 30 seconds. And if you're planning a move to the lake, my number's right here. Call or text anytime. Love to give you a tour, show you the area, help you get a feel for it, and talk to you about why East Tennessee is a fantastic place to live. Until next time. Don't forget to hit that little subscribe button below. I release monthly updates and home tours, all sorts of videos that'll help you learn about living in East Tennessee, buying, selling, and all the wonderful things about our community. See you on the lake.